Today we did some guard pulling, and then we worked on, well, it's also guard pulling, I guess. But the second final pull was directly into armbar. So, first one we did, I'm actually getting the first and the second one confused, but we pulled into single leg X and we pulled into X guard. So the first one I'm going to talk about is single leg X. So this one, you want to get your opponent off balance. So what we did was we stepped right foot to his right foot and pulled him just off balance a little, and then the right foot, your right foot goes inside of his right foot, or left foot, inside of his left foot, and then you pull so then you pull, so you fall toward your side, but you want to fall toward his right leg. So you're attacking his right leg. So your right foot is against his left foot, and then you fall toward his right leg. So his right leg is kind of like outside of your shoulder, and both of your legs are through his legs. And then you bring your left leg from behind his leg and it wraps around to the front of his leg. And then so your shoelaces are like inside of his right hip, and it have to be like your toes have to be sort of cocked. So you have to have dorsiflexion facing out. If it's facing in, I think that's called reaping, or it's illegal. So it has to be facing out. And then your right leg comes up, and I think the traditional positioning is on the right leg. It's your instep is against his right hamstring, but today we did it so it's against the back of his left hamstring. So you are kind of hugging upside down on his right leg. Your hips have to be off the ground. And your knees are pinching together. So your left leg, you're actually hanging off of his right quad using your left leg, that left leg hook that's hooking into his hip. So from here you can grab his right, his left ankle with your right hand and just off balance him. So that is the guard pull into single leg X. So then the other guard pull was into X guard. So X guard, the way we pulled is I don't remember the footwork now, but your left foot winds up in the inside of his right foot, and then you fall to the right foot. Wait, that just sounds like I'm doing the opposite way of the single leg X. Your left foot is inside. Well, I definitely have to look this up, but also, geez, how did we do this? Okay, so I think your left leg is there. Okay. Now I remember. Your left foot is inside his right foot. Right, your left foot is inside his right foot. You fall toward his left leg. So now your left foot slides up. So the inside of your ankle, or not the inside, like your shoelaces are against the back of his right knee. And then your right leg hooks from the front toward the back against his right hip. I think that's right. Yes. So your left foot, your left shoelaces are against the back of his right leg. So the difference between single leg X and X guard is single leg X, it's attacking the near leg, and X guard is attacking the far hip. Then X guard, you have one leg is going from the opponent's back toward their front, so from their posterior to their anterior. That's the lower leg, and that's against his knee. So it's going from the back side of his knee, the pressure's going toward the front side of the knee. And then the higher leg is going from the front side of the hip toward the back. The pressure's going from the front side of the hip to the back side of the hip. So your shoelaces are on the front of his hip. Yes. And then the single leg X, you are through his legs, and then they're coming around and wrapping around it. So, okay, I think that's how it works. And then, but both of them, it's very similar. Once you're in the position, you just keep your hips up and you push back, and you should fall down. Some guy after us, when we were doing X guard, you're saying if that doesn't work, if the guy's really basing or really heavy, so you would have his ankle in your hand, and then the leg that is putting pressure on the back of the knee, that slides down to the other ankle, and then you can use the leg on the hip to push down the knee. So it's a tripod sweep. Yeah. Yes, that's it. Yeah, so it'll be a tripod sweep. Let's see. Okay, so those are the two guard pulls. Then we pulled into an arm bar 2 different ways. So I don't think this is actually that useful for me, especially right now. But the first way was both ways. You start off with, you have a same side lapel and an elbow grip on the other side. So the elbow grip, you slide it up to kind of like the behind his shoulder, and then you switch it from the same side of the lapel grip to across the lapel grip. So you're attacking both of your hands on one side. So in this example, to the left. So your opponent's right shoulder, but it's to your left. So then the first one is you just pull down. Let's see. You step to the left. No, you step to the right. step to the right and pull and down, and then your left leg comes up. Your left leg comes up and you just sort of armbar him. I had trouble like getting a hold of the arm, but from the way Jason says is that you don't really need to worry about the arm. If the arm comes with you, then you know, as you fall, you can sort of grab it. If it doesn't, then you just switch to a triangle. So yeah, I just found it a little confusing, and then also it's like it's hard to work on because I feel like if I screw up, you know, you're kind of dropping your weight on the guy's arm, so like I feel like if I screw up, I could fuck his arm up. So I don't know, it was a little hard to experiment with it. The second way, get the same grips, then your left foot steps to the side, to the left side, you pull, and then you go to your right, you sort of throw to the right so that you're on, and you kind of rotate so you're on your belly, and then you do the arm bar, so you just sort of push your hips into the ground, and that puts the arm bar on. And if you can't hit it there, then you keep rolling, use the pressure of your leg against the back of his head to complete the roll, and then you're in traditional arm bar position, and you finish the arm bar from there. But yeah, those two, I'm not sure what to do about that. Let's see. Yeah, so need to work on those single X and X guard pulls because it's still very confusing to me. Need to figure out the precise footwork for it. But also, so it's interesting. It's hard for me. I don't have a connection between the names and what the position looks like. So when I'm trying to figure out how to pull into it, it's not like intuitive. So I need to kind of figure that out. I need to practice it enough so that the position itself becomes intuitive. So right now, single leg X, I can picture in my head kind of, like I can sort of feel what it's supposed to look like. The X guard, I don't really have that feeling. So, like, because I don't really know the end, what the end looks like, it's hard for me to like, oh, then that means I need to like move this here or there or whatever. Yeah, so I need to just work at it so it becomes more comfortable, and then I can make, I think the connections will come after that. But once I'm in those positions, it feels much stronger as a way to sweep than, say, Del Hiva. Like, it feels like, because Del Hiva, when they're off balance, then it's easy, but to get to that off balance position, like, I'm having a hard time getting to that off balance position. So, but if I'm an X guard or single leg X, it's like the guy is already off balance when I'm in position. And then, although, you know, we're just drilling, so I don't know in real life what was that gonna feel like, right? Is it gonna be just as hard for me or whatever? So yeah, you just need to work on it somewhat.